Alright, welcome back everybody. This is turn 17. If you hear any sort of dog sounds in the background, that's my dogs playing. They're adorable puppies, and speaking of adorable puppies, let's get into this turn. Alright, so we executed a small trade with Satis, just more or less building up some goodwill here. The Pawnee Action Committee soloing another province as she does. Not too much to see here. We'll just set it in turbo mode. A lot of nations would be pretty happy. Well, I guess maybe pretty happy is an overstatement. But a province like this does provide nature access, but we've got nature in spades, so that's less important to us. But, I mean, more province, more money. It's always a good thing. Alright, that's all she wrote. And then in Black Peaks, this looks pretty successful. I was worried about being flanked, but I want to see this video just for battle tactics purposes and see how many of my troops actually get blessed. So the composite bowmen are shooting the knights. That's not going to do anything. On the other hand, Sacreds, they take some hits from those knights' lance charges, but those hits are not tough enough to kill them, thanks to their high protection against mundane weapons. We see some Divine Fire. It's basically a Divine 1 firewall. It does a number on knights. Wow. That is... could be useful. Maybe I should have been expanding more with those guys, since you don't need any research to cast Channel Divine Fire. So that's something to consider for future times when I play this race. But in any case, that was successful. Free defense, okay. Some free gems. I mean, they cost 1 gold, basically free, like that. Abyssia. Okay. So now, even outside of her bless, she should be able to take this on. The real question is, will someone else be moving in there the same turn? Because if she bounces, she might not be able to take on someone's expansion party. So I think I'll just keep moving slowly up through here. I don't need to be greedy and try to take that on the same turn. Yeah, so what does this guy? We already have fire, we already have, and these are 10% anyways. We don't have blood, but we only have a 140 chance of getting blood there, so I'm not too thrilled about that. Like, it'd be nice if it happened. Alright, how are we doing back here? Oh right, did we get the shipwreckers? Chen Shi got the shipwreckers. The trained trolls. I'm gonna bid on Obscuro again. I'm told that Sawiki is basically dead, so might as well throw in a bid on Obscuro. Definitely need to keep sending scouts out. That is another nifty thing that we get access to. Not a game changer, but a nice perk, if you will. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, so we have Scrying Pool, which is a water gem scrying spell. It's a nice option to have on the table. Alright, research. I mean, our research hasn't been great this whole game, but it's moving along. Site searching. This is something I like about this nation a lot. I've got this small party of site searchers, one of which is a national hero, but you actually get a lot of these coyote shamans as national heroes. That's part of why I got the luck scales as well. but that small party is searching every path but blood. So we're going to find a lot of sites. And Dominion's Enhanced also turned down the cost of... what's the name of that spell? It turned down the cost of Akashic Knowledge, so we can use that to fill in the rest of our site searching too. Asphodel built a palisade up there, that makes sense. It's a logical thing for them to do. Once we get a fortress here, we can recruit more guys. Palisades continuing apace. Next turn we'll build a temple there, I think. So right now we'll start the palisade here on the Throne Province, and then we'll get another commander there to work on that palisade. There's no rush to go ahead and build a temple and a lab there yet, because that palisade's still several months out. Go ahead and rename this guy. Just in case I forget why I'm sending him into this random province. That's the sort of thing that I forget. Let's see. Still kind of peeking around Jotunheim. They still have not grabbed this throne. Okay. What can I do with her that's useful? Enter to hunt for treasures and fame. I never get treasures and fame, but it's fun to think about. Honestly, I could just site search for a turn. She also can summon allies, but her allies are not really anything to write home about, so I'm not going to do that. Like, they have Divine Shield ability, but they have no protection. Abyssia. Alright, so we've made it through to the other side of Abyssia. Hopefully. Unless they continue to stretch even past that, which is just kind of scary. Yeah, and then we'll peek around here, and basically, if no one has an army to threaten Imiktan, then we'll grab it with Pawnee Action Committee, and that'll also give us access to this province and this throne, which, assuming no one's already grabbed this throne. However, I am the only one who has actually claimed a throne. Bone Tribe. If it was anyone other than Bone Tribe, then we could just wall up this throne. But Bone Tribe, as is well known, they give people problems. Let's go ahead and profit. I thought I profited last turn. Maybe I just meant to and forgot about it. That's okay. Go ahead and profit this turn. Research. Still working up enchantment. I do want to get mana from the heavens. That is an important global for this nation. It's a very useful thing to have. Let's see. I also, at some point, I need to recruit some of these guys because they have a patrol bonus. Their patrol bonus is going to be important because if Abyssia has a bunch of assassins in my territory, then, well, I don't want to get assassinated. So that's just something that I'm going to have to keep in mind. Still are Holy Point limited here. Still don't have enough troops to bring to the front line. So we'll profit Leslie, and we'll bring in all these guys to take the throne, and we'll probably just cut off our expansion there for now. Reason being that we don't need to overextend ourselves or overplay our hand. This is 1, 2, 3 turns, so we can get back to Solheim in time if one of our neighbors suddenly turns hostile. This should be a pretty defensible territory. We're kind of vulnerable to Plagia. Anyone is vulnerable to being attacked from multiple sides, but that's something that we can deal with. Bump up the PD there a little. Well, that was a good place to get that PD event. I didn't even look at it, but this place, we're gonna build a palisade there at some point for its sweet recruitment points. Probably also, well, we want some archers. I guess this is the place to build the archers. Reason is that archers are useful plan B to have in terms of flaming arrows, although obviously Abyssia does not care about that one lick. So this is more just in case Jotunheim turns hostile, or if we decide to attack Jotunheim, which there have been some suggestions, and I mean, every option is on the table at this point. Let's bump up our PD, just because I don't want 6 and 11 are magic PD numbers to turn off some of the events, and I don't want to get attacked by Indies and lose my palisades under construction. So, since I've got a little extra change and it's really cheap to bump your PD up to 11, I'll go ahead and do that. Alright, well, that is turn 17. More scheming, plotting, and movement. But really we're just in getting our game on and ramping up until we can really leverage the strength of this nation. Thank you for joining. Just wanted to say, I haven't actually said it yet. This is my first series recording Dominions game. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff I could do better. Go ahead and leave comments. Send me feedback about how I can make this more interesting or informative or fun, because that is what I'm going for. Appreciate you guys joining me. See you on turn 18.